What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today we're checking out Metallica, Fade to Black, for the first time ever. I've been recommended, and this has been requested for me to react to this song for a very long time. Sorry it's taken me so long, but here we are, knocking on the door. About to check this out. I've never heard this song. I've done Metallica reactions on the channel. I haven't done one in an extremely long time. I had to guess it's been at least a year or maybe longer. So it's kind of cool to be back. And this is one of the ones where so many people have asked for me to check this out. I'm guessing it has some type of significance. I'm looking at the cover art. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. Like an electric chair. And it just says Ride the Lightning. That's hard. That's hard. Anyways, if you guys are here for a first-time reaction, like, share, comment, subscribe, and welcome back to the channel.
They tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, 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 welcome back. 40.
All right, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. If you want to check out my other channel, Pegasus vs. the World, over there I've been doing movie reactions and travel vlogs. But over here's where I do all the music and the music reactions. If you guys want access to the reactions early, there's a link in the description. It gives you early access. I try to update it every single day, and there's a big catalog of reactions that haven't been released yet, so you could have some fun in there. Regardless, thank you guys for your support. Huge shout out to all the members on the channel helping me keep the lights on. Let's get it popping. All right, we're checking out Metallica, Fade to Black for the first time. Now, I am listening to this from Metallica's official YouTube channel. I'd love for you to go over there and listen to this without me, just meaning what I'm doing is not a substitute for the original. I'm going to push pause, interrupt the song, make commentary, all that good stuff. That's what people come here for, the reaction and the commentary. Please support the original the way it was intended from its official platform in its entirety. Yeah. Anyways, let's get it popping, you guys. This is Fade to Black by Metallica. Sounds like we got some back and forth between this electric guitar and acoustic, maybe. But this dance that the music is doing with those chords, it feels kind of emotional. This seems a lot slower than what I'm used to from Metallica as well. Like, we are already almost 1 minute into the track, 48 seconds to be exact. And there hasn't been like a pickup or anything. It feels like there's a little bit of a story being told through this back and forth. I don't know. Just my little 2 cents. So this is totally new for me, you guys. You know, this is just like we went all acoustic now. It sounds lovely, but I would keep it real. I'm like, I had to look at the screen like, is this Metallica? Am I on the right channel? Okay.
Life it seems will fade away, drifting further every day, getting lost within myself. Nothing matters, no one else. I have lost the will to live, simply nothing more to give. There is nothing more for me. Need the end to set me free.
This is actually crazy. This is kind of blowing my mind. Now, I forget the name of the track that I reacted to. It's like Nothing Else Matters or Nothing Matter. You know, some of this acoustic, I remember that one being slower and being more heartfelt, you know? I don't think I've ever heard anything like this from Metallica. Again, I'm not like an OG experienced, like, yo, expert on rock. I'm a guest. I'm kicking back, listening to music with y'all. Y'all be like, yo, check this out, P. That's why we here, you know? But from what I have heard from Metallica, I ain't ever heard nothing like this. So I don't know where this sits musically for their fans, right? Because that's the most important thing. Like, yo, what does this mean to the fans? This kind of change up, or they'll be like, nah, they got plenty of songs like this, P. You just ain't heard them. You know what I mean? I don't know. But when I think of, you know what's kind of wild is that this emotional driven sense I felt at the very beginning goes into the lyrics deeply. Like, this is dark. Like, how dark do we want to go with this? Like, you know, this is like all hope is gone. I've given up on everything type joint. Like, yo, something bad must have happened. You know, I I think we've all sat on the ledge since we're on YouTube, and for lack of better words, let's just say it like that. We've sat on the ledge and we had to make a decision. You know, did we want to leap? Did we want to stay and figure it out? You know, some of us closer to that ledge than others, right? I've had those thoughts, but I've never been on the edge, you know? Like, I've never had that push, like, yo, you know, if we're just being honest. But I've had some friends that have been on that edge. Some of them went over that edge. Rest in peace. But this is that type of visualization and thinking that leads there. So when they say fade to black, now I don't know, you know, there's a lot of different ways things could fade to black. That concept stood out with these lyrics, and it's kind of, you know, it's not scary, it's real. There's people dealing with this right at this second while I'm recording this. Someone watching this and dealing with this, you know, going back and forth, you know, something devastating just happened and they lost their will to live. And finding your purpose and your will to live is extremely important. And I'm here to tell MFers that you have a purpose. You're here for a reason. I don't know that reason. I don't know you personally, but you are here for a reason, especially if you're watching this video. So, you know, as dark as this is, there is hope, you know? But yeah, man, they went to the dark side with this joint. It sounds super, when we talk about how dark it is, it seems like it would be super personal. Like, typically, lyrics like this come from something very personal, but I'm going to listen. I love how this heaviness came in, and then they go back to the acoustic. The light, the dark, the light, the dark. right here, this is what I expect from Metallica, what we're going into right now. Everything beforehand I didn't expect. Now, I have to be honest with y'all because I don't want to pander. I want to show y'all something here. Hold on, let me see if I can figure it out where it's at.
Emptiness is filling me to the point of agony.
This part I love. I actually really enjoy it. But I don't understand why. I just want to go back real quick because for some reason,
Fade away. Life it seems will fade away. Drifting farther every day.
I'm not in love with these vocals right here for some reason. The moment I heard it, I was like, uh-oh, I don't know where this is reaction's going to go because I'm going to keep it a buck. And I don't know why. For me, personally, you guys, there's just something.
Drifting farther every day. Getting lost within myself. Nothing matters, no one else. I have lost the will to live. Simply nothing more to give. There is nothing more for
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love those, but then I go over here.
things not what they used to be. Missing one inside of me. Deathly lost, this can't be real. Can't stand this hate.
You know what? Maybe it's an acquired taste because by the time I get to here, I'm like, yo, I love this part. But it's the same cadence, it's the same everything. So maybe I'm just tripping. You know how sometimes you'll listen to something and you'll either dislike it or love it more, like it grows on you, is what they're saying. I don't know. My initial reaction, maybe because this is so different, I expected something different from them. My initial reaction was kind of like, huh. But as I'm getting into the second verse, I'm like, dog, he's going crazy. And I like James's voice. You know what I'm saying? Like he goes crazy, and I'm not here to criticize. I'm just being honest because what happens when we do reactions, sometimes you can get caught up in the hype where you start. I don't want to gaslight or pander. I want to be more authentic and even more real with you as I continue to do these reactions. If I can't tell you what I'm honestly thinking, then we shouldn't be here, right? Me just gassing up every fucking song that I listen to, oh, this is their greatest song, is just, it's bullshit, especially for how long I've been doing reactions. So I just, there's been a point where I just want to be very direct with you guys. So anyways, that was my thinking, but I ain't gonna lie, I really like this part right here a lot. Maybe it's what he's saying, because the structure of the words is the away, away. I don't know. The structure of the words are different. Maybe there's something there. I don't know.
Emptiness is filling me to the point of agony.
I love the way he drops into agony. Like, that's like one of my favorite parts. I don't know why. I just latch on to little stuff, you guys. That's just how I am. But I love the way he does that. He's like, agony.
Emptiness is filling me to the point of agony.
Tight.
Growing darkness taking dawn. I was me, but now he's
This is hard right here. This is super hard. Hold on. So before we get into these lyrics, because this is kind of where I stopped last time, and I was saying this is what I expect from Metallica. This is more of what I expect from Metallica, but it's different from the majority of the stuff I've reacted to. But what I wanted to say is after I went back and listened to that second verse again, it was almost like he was saying, "No more Mr. Nice Guy." You know what I mean? Y'all know, "No more Mr. Nice Guy." That's what it reminded me of. It's just like there's been a change. So this could be interpreted in multiple ways, like fade to black, like, yeah, I'm going to jump off the ledge and end everything. Or I might kill off my old self. Like, this part of me was nice. I was this, that, and the other, and I've changed. My heart has been hardened. I'm cold now. I'm numb. And I don't know. There's something there that at the end of that verse, and then as we had this, also the music reflects the internal dialogue and battle we have with ourselves, where it's like, da 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 da. It's almost like trying to talk some sense into you, but you're like, no, I just feel this way. And then when you absorb that feeling, it goes dun 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 dun. It's kind of genius, actually. The more I listen to it, like musically, and maybe they did, sometimes things you just channel things as an artist, right? Maybe they didn't do it deliberately, but if they did, bro, it's kind of telling a story, like just musically, instrumentation wise, it's telling a story. That back and forth dialogue, the good, the evil, the light, the darkness. That's what I'm sensing, and I love how it's put together. I love that part. That part is so fire. It's crazy because the music and what he's saying, I'm bringing it back so we don't miss any of the guitar work. It's like he's become this thing. He's become the villain. He's become the darkness. He's become the cold. And the vocal change, like when we think about what we're hearing here from the very beginning, where it's like I'll keep it real. The beginning, that's where I was at. Now I'm like, I'm tuned in. I'm like, I love this. This is what I'm here for. This part right here. Anyways. What better way to end Fade to Black? Fade out. was listening to the music at the end and I felt like it was telling a story of its own because it went from that heaviness and then it blended like this the heavy with something just I don't know, it felt it gave me a different feeling. Right? The heaviness made me feel like, I'm angry, darkness, like but when we added the more instrumentation at the end, it kind of just made me feel like this is just what it is. Like the concept of like this is just how life is sometimes, you know. It wasn't as harsh. I don't know how to explain it. This song's a banger. You know what's funny is I feel like a lot of time this specific subject matter pops up in a lot of the grunge music I react to. But this sounds nothing like grunge, you know? I'm glad Metallica made this song. I felt like they took a risk. I could be wrong. Again, when I do these reactions, I don't do research or don't do much research because I think me coming up with my own interpretations and having like a blank canvas to think about the track is more important. The moment you ask a question on Google or AI, it just starts funneling information and it like spoils the reaction. I don't want to know what the song is about. I want to have my own inclinations. But I felt like they took a risk on this one because from what I've heard from them and the big songs, like, you know, when I think of Enter the Sandman and stuff, this sounds nothing like. I really enjoyed this, especially at the end. When I get off camera, this is one I want to listen to more and more because I wonder why I felt initially when I heard the lyrics or heard the vocals at the beginning, why I was just like, oh, okay, cool, and then went to like, oh, yo, I love this because like when he went crazy, like da da da, that was my favorite part. But I really liked the second verse. I don't know if it's because of what was being said or how it was being said. I don't know. I just was like, yo, which makes in hindsight, I listened to both with you guys back to back, and there's a lot of similarities in the delivery of the first and second verse. So I don't know why that is. It might just, sometimes you get something off a little bit when you're doing a first time reaction in the moment. So I want to go back and listen. But, anyways, thumbs up to Metallica. I understand why they're great. And, I don't know if they're the greatest in metal, but all I know is from everything I've seen, they're the greatest. They're the great. They're freaking ridiculous. I think, and maybe, now I'm not trying to, I don't know, man, because when I think of like Metallica, I start thinking of like Black Sabbath and a few other fools that I've really enjoyed. And so to say they're the greatest, I don't know, but they're great. You know what I'm saying? Even the artwork. Anyways. I'm going to get off. I'm going to stop glazing and let you guys go back to having a great day. Thank you for putting this one on my radar. I really do appreciate this one because I do feel like this was different than a lot of stuff I've heard from Metallica or reacted to. And I like that. I like when artists take risks and they experiment. And I don't think I've really heard that much acoustic other than, I don't know. I got to go back. Anyways, let me know what I got, what I missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Always support the original. Go to Metallica's official streaming sites. Go to their YouTube and watch and listen to all this stuff without me. They just did a crazy tour, man. But they're still selling out arenas. Buy tickets. Always support the original. And I'll see you guys later.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ, boy.